watching Statlet's Flats, which I hadn't seen before, and I decided to start watching, and then I watched all of them, and then I got a little bit distracted and didn't know what I was doing. I don't even know whether this is in tune, but hello everybody. There's nobody here, but I'm talking to you anyway. I'm gonna keep going, even though there's never anybody here. Hello one person, who are you? I don't know, but here's a G. Hello Peter. And everybody's happy and everybody's having a good time, except for me. And everybody's having a wonderful time and everybody's having a life, except for me. Except for me. I'm here and you're here too, and thank you for the thumbs up and thank you for everything you do for being you. Everybody, hello, how are you? Yes, so yeah, I'm feeling a bit despondent. Hello, Stephanie. Feeling a little bit despondent and sort of useless at the moment. I don't know what's going on. It's all like, maybe it's just the time of the year. I think last week was like the saddest day of the year, and I missed that. Because I was just sitting there going, I was like, oh yeah, I wasn't sad. I was just sort of, yeah, so that's good. I was having hello Ollie, I was having a conversation with you this morning, and that, yes, I could be, but I'm not, Danny. That's the thing, the potential of everybody, and the potential, that's what's most heartbreaking, hello Terry, the most heartbreaking thing about life is all the potential and all the things you could be. And then I could have been a contender, but all I am is just, I don't know, I can't remember what the rest of it is. Filthy bum in the back of a taxi. Still time? Well, you say that. I don't know. I suppose Grandma Moses. Judi Dench is still kicking around, isn't she? But she had sort of done something by now. As I said, Margaret Rutherford was always the go-to. My mum used to go, oh, you're much prettier than Margaret Rutherford. It's like, that's not the point. Margaret Rutherford had a later life career. And it's really not. She was kick-ass. Hello everybody. It's just, hello Philip. Yes, everybody's suddenly in the, 5 people. It's almost a record. It's just so good to see you all. Hello, Danny. Is this Danny? Oh yeah, Danny is. Yeah, of course he is. Everybody's here. Everybody's here. Everybody's here except me. I'm not here, but you are. Hello, Danny. Hello, Ollie. Hello, Peter. Hello, Philip. Hello, Ollie again. Hello, Stephanie. Have I missed anyone else? I'm sure I have, because I just miss things. Was that 5 people? I don't know. I'm going in and out of focus here. Yeah, it's just like Terry. Yes, hello, Terry. Everybody's here. And everybody's talking amongst themselves. It's a proper community, and I'm just out of it because I'm here and I can't type when I'm singing. If you can call this singing, and I don't think you can. But anyway, 3. It's like, yes, I think I'd make a great Mr. Marples, a Miss Marple, whatever, a Ms. Marple, a Mux Marple. I don't even know anymore. Who am I? Where am I? What's going on? I missed Lionel Richie. Yeah, is Lionel Richie there? That's funny you should say that. Ollie was in, what was it called? The Lionel Richie thing. You talk in chat, Ollie, because, you know, everybody's having a lovely time there. Yeah, so, I don't know. I'm going to a Burns Night celebration next week. Ooh, I haven't been to one of those since before the end times. It's after those now. It's the sort of post-apocalyptical landscape at the moment. But I'm going to go to a Burns Night, and the last time I went to a Burns Night, I did one of the toasts. I can't remember what it was, but I've done a toast to the laddies and a toast to the lassies and a toast to the toast to Rabbi Burns, and I've done all of them. And I think I'm going to do the laddies again this time. That's what I was assigned, but I don't know. It's all great. Yes, exactly. That's what it was called. So, yeah, this show belongs to Lionel Richie. This one doesn't. The one that Ollie was in. does. And they put stickers everywhere and ruined Edinburgh. And he went up there in 2008 with that show. They stuck stickers all over everything. And I went up there almost every year afterwards. And the stickers, I can assure you, are still there and cause great chagrin. Is it chagrin? To the Edinburgh Council, who were having to scrape them off things, lampposts and stuff. There is still actually a little blue plaque on in I think it's Nidri Street. No, just over from there. The street that's over from Nidri Street, the Tron, I think it is. On the Tron, just on the Tron, there's a little sign next to one of the walking tour things. Saying that Lionel Richie lived here, and of course Lionel Richie never lived there. It was a publicity stunt for that particular. No, exactly. Ollie Bean was very, very good and never did that. He's a good person, but everybody else in the show, not so great. They were happy to just destroy Edinburgh. I don't want to name names. I've met some of them later. They're lovely people. Possibly some of them are famous now. I can't even remember who half of them were. I think some of them have gone on to greater things than sticking stickers all over everyone. I was planning to go up this year, and I had put in a bid for a show, but I just because I was going to go and live somewhere, somebody offered me a free flat, and then pulled out of the free flat offer, and now the flats are thousands of pounds, and I'm thinking, oh, so I don't really know what I'm doing. But I had intended to come with a comeback show. Everything, I've come back to Bernstein, I've come back to Edinburgh, but maybe I won't go, because I don't know what to do, and I can't afford to go up, really. I don't know what to do, Wow, that was quite swishy, that last bit. It didn't sound like music, but it was getting there. So, yeah, probably, maybe. So I don't really know what's happening anymore. It's all just like... So, I think my show was... I think I was going to do Too Much Information, because if you've seen my Too Much Information song, I thought if I can use that as the sort of centerpiece, the tent pole, rather than tent pegs are a different thing, the tent pole for the whole thing, and I could write some more songs, and I could be oh so funny, and it would be hilarious, and I could talk in depth about things that people shouldn't be talking about, and all sorts of stuff, and it was going to be marvellous and fantastic, and now I'm just like, because the New Year's come, and I'm just like I keep intending to do things, and then it's all grom. Yes, the way Stephanie, to work it out, is it's hair backwards. So Vada Raya is how we pronounce it, but Vada Raya if it's in Polari. Oh, yeah. So if you've listened to Round the Horn, which is a 1960s radio comedy. I used to really be into old comedies, old like The Goons and Round the Horn and Itmar and stuff from the 40s even. And people would be like, why are you interested in stuff that happened way before you were born? It's like, because it's funny. Anyway, Round the Horn had Kenneth Williams in it, and they had Julian and Sandy that used to do Polari, which was oldie-timey slang of certain sectors of society. You can look it up and you can find it out. So yeah, but it was nothing to do with that. It was just funny to us. Anyway, oh goodness, it's that man again. Itmar. That was a good one. She knows, catchphrase comedy from the 1940s. Well before the Fast Show. Well before that. It was all great. Yeah, Round the Horn's very funny. Yeah, you can. It is a bit dodgy, but you still listen to it. It's like old rambling Sid Drumpo. So maybe Vada Rhea is more influenced by them than it is by Julian and Sandy, to be honest. Rambling Sid Drumpo, he sang a dirty song in country bumpkin accents, and it went on a little bit too long. Yes, go listen to it. It is classic British comedy from the 1960s, the early 1960s, I think. Round the Horn, Kenneth Horn, la 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 la. Yeah. Anyway, as I'm saying. saying, I don't know what's going on. Sorry, I'll read that again. Yes. Oh, yes. I would recommend comedy of the radio sort, the radio comedy. I've got a book called No More Curried Eggs for Me that's got classic radio and TV sketches and all sorts of stuff in it, and it's very funny. And I used to, when I was doing drama at sixth form, I used to read them and think, hey, yeah, we'll do this, and I'll be a comedian, and I'll do comedy, and I'll be writing comedy, and I'll be, yeah, ha ha, I'll be writing radio comedy, and I'll get on all these different things, and I would listen to all of the stuff, and I would be so keen to and I don't know where all that ambition's gone, because then I realised that there's no way, really. It's yeah, exactly. It's all good, yeah. Live show, Sunday in London. Yes, well, I could do a live show. The thing is, I'm doing a live on-screen show, is that I am very reliant on Wi-Fi, because I'm not paying for a phone Wi-Fi package that's in my phone, so I have to catch the Wi-Fi from where it is. So that's why I don't go out and about and film and do live shows, because I have to pay for a data deal. How I use my phone is I refuse to answer the phone or have the ringer on. I use the Wi-Fi I like video chats and stuff, but I use the Wi-Fi in limited ways, and I do not like the phone part, and I do not use it as a phone, and I do not have a data package, and I do not pay for the phone. And if somebody wants to phone me, they can. I won't answer it, but they can. But I can't phone outwards because I don't have any money on it. And that's how I use my phone. I used to see in the early noughties, is that what they used to call them? I had a proper big phone package. I had loads of money on it, and I had a data package even before you had really much data. You couldn't, although I saying that, the only way that I ever got onto the internet in the first place was I bought a phone that had like a little extra bit that you put in that was a modem, and then I could plug it into my computer. So the only way that I had a modem back in the day was through my phone, my mobile phone, which I specially bought with an extra little twiddly bit. But it was very, very low tech at the time. Although it felt like it was, oh, I'm in the future. It was I think I had a Everyday 50, which was the EE package at the time, and you couldn't use it until after 7 or 8 o'clock, but you could get 53 minutes, and that 53 minutes included data for 53 minutes, and it would take 50 minutes to download anything. So I'd look on all the online little chat, they didn't, what they call them then, there was like little they were so much forum. It was back in the day when you had like GeoCities and stuff like that, and people would chat, and you'd have all on, you'd go, it would be fun. I think they must have had a chat. Thinking about it, yeah. So it took ages and ages for them to load anyway, and that's how I got on the internet, and that's really pretty much what I'm doing now. Picking up emails. Oh gosh. Yeah, well, the data costs for me were built in, because with my £25 a month package, which was what it was, I would get 53 minutes a day, and I would spend, maybe if I was unlucky, because the data wasn't downloading properly, I'd spend a little bit extra on top of that, and I'd get very resentful, so I'd have to keep it down to that much. But that was where all my money sucked away. All the money that I had would go into rent, a car, which I got rid of because it was a rubbish car, a £25 phone package, and then when I first moved to London, I bought the entire VHS professionals, that Bodie and Doyle, which for some reason they just brought them out, and I was like, I'm going to get them all, and I did. And very shortly after that, they stopped making VHSs. Really, they were very expensive, and I spent all my money and went into horrible overdraft, which I never got out of in the whole time I was working full-time in that job. So that was fun. Yeah. So which all goes to say that I've gone off on a terrible tangent, and the whole point was I don't have a data package, but it's gone off on a massive tangent, as is my wont. It's like, I won't have anything to talk about. Well, I will. I always got something to talk about. It's always dull as ditch water. That's a nice phrase, isn't it? Dull as dull can be. So boring, and everyone shuts off. Yes, internet, you keep freezing. I keep freezing. Is it my internet? Is it your internet? Ooh, I don't want to keep freezing. It's bad. See, I'm clear here because I don't have the feedback loop, but I've no idea how it is for anyone else. No idea at all. That's a C. Should do a puppet show. Yes, I should do. It was my internet. Oh no! I'm in there now. It's my internet. My internet is bad. It's not freezing for you now. It's not freezing for you. It's not freezing for you. No, but you're in the same place, so maybe that's why. Internet frozen. Let it go, let it go, let it go. That's what you say, and I concur. D, D, D. One of the F's, or maybe it's a B. Yeah. I don't know what's happening anymore. Is it still coming via the internet? Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what's happening, and I don't know what's happening, and I don't know what's happening. Maybe I'll also do an internet show, a digital show, a virtual show, over the Edinburgh period. Not Frozen, okay. That's I think I don't know, maybe I will, but I'll be busy if I go up there. Oh, I should really make it up there, but it's like, because any money that I've got is going towards basic, like, living expenses, and am I actually going to be able to afford it? And I'm thinking probably not, because it's like, yeah. I'm like thinking, shall I retire now? I'm just going to give it up. I'm going to retire to the south of France. It's not really practical, is it, really? No, but that would be nice. Retiring on a beach. I don't like beaches. Last time I went on south of France beach, I got terrible sunburn and an awful sun. The other thing that you get from sun. Yeah. So heat stroke, and I wandered around a little circle, and just was really not great. So maybe I won't do that, because that's not a good idea. Oh yes, I'm glad that, because I made the bean burger video, which is up there, and I made a long version and a very short version. But the thing is with YouTube Shorts, very unfortunately, you could a couple of months ago change the little picture that went with it, but for some reason they're gonna relaunch it in February. They made it so you can't take away the picture that they give you. So the picture that they gave me was just it just looked very unappetizing for the short, and I've had terrible comments that I've had to remove, saying horrible things about it looking terrible, just based on that little picture, which is not a great picture, and I'm very disappointed in that. So disappointed in that. I'm thinking about Cabaret now. Yes. And the sun will shine and the moon will set. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, good. Yeah, really. I'm glad that you yeah, you should make that. I also got some a loaf out of it. I made a loaf with what was because I could have made lots more burgers, but I thought I'd make it into a loaf. And I've had it for breakfast, and I've had it for lunch, and I've fed it to other people, and it's all been great, and there's loads of it left. So it makes loads and loads and loads, enough for like 6 to 8 burgers, or a loaf and some burgers, or just, you know, stuff. It's nice. So I would make that. Yeah, I've been very disappointed in myself lately, not being able to think of anything creative, really. I mean, like, I should do more sketches. I should do more comedy. I should do more this. I should do more writing. I should do loads of things. Did he? Oh, that's nice. It's difficult to know. It's not very effusive when it comes to... It's like, what's this like? And he goes... and I go, and then I don't know whether it was any good or not. So I thought it was nice, but maybe it wasn't. I don't know. It was. I liked it, so that's good enough. I'm talking of puppets. Yeah, talking of puppets, we're talking about people that are in the room. Yes. My puppet friend, my puppet pal. Plastic pal that's fun to be with. No, it's not made of plastic, it's made of papier-mâché. Papier-mâché, la la la. How are you? La la la. Oh my goodness. I think I'm coming down with a cold. I'm like losing my voice or something. Or maybe I just am cold. Cold in the heart. Anyway, I've got like cri de coeur, ennui, all sorts of other French things at the moment. It's just like just apathy. I don't know. It is this. Yeah, you're not a puppet. You're a free man. Yeah, it's just. Oh my gosh! I just feel like, what's the point in anything? I got to work it out. Puppet theatre. Yeah, the puppet's gone. Puppet came and went. My other puppet has got no body. I got no body. It's creepy, creepy, creepy. Yeah, I'm losing my voice. My voice has been taken away by the puppets. Puppet masters. The puppeteer has become the puppet. So yeah. Oh, got a little sugar package from one of the mystery boxes. So I'm looking at this and I've like bought things to do hobby stuff. Like I never did anything with this after the initial first bloom. I should do more stuff with that. I've got loads of it left and I haven't done anything with it because I get just like, I can't. It's not that I can't stick to things. It's like, what's the point? Because you try and it doesn't get anywhere, and then you're like, oh, what? It's just like, yeah. Anyway, like I said, I've had this existential crisis. Is it a crisis? So it's just like, what's the point? It's just, oh, thank you very much, Peter. It's just like, more, don't push all my food. No. It's just like, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to do. I mean, if you look back at my channel, there's I was going to say, a mixture of different things, but the word that came to mind was cacophony, which I suppose it is. It's just noise of stuff coming at you, all different stuff, and I've never really been able to stick at one thing. Or what am I? So I just suddenly had a daydream today. I've just realised that I had a daydream because RuPaul's Drag Race used to always just do celebrities on the Snatch Game, but they tend to do like YouTube people and stuff like that, and sometimes they're quite obscure, and you're like, who even knows who they are? But the people on there that are doing them seem to think that these people are famous. They're not. But, you know, they've done a YouTube straight TikTok star that's famous, and you're like, whatever. And it's like, what if like they did the vegetable lady on? I was like, if somebody did the vegetable woman on RuPaul's Drag Race for Snatch Game, everybody would be like, it's like, where's the funny? Where you can't get anything out of that. But I was like, whoa, that would be really fun, wouldn't it? Because they don't actually do the characters; they do the name of the person that's doing the character if they do a character. So that would be so funny. And I had a sort of daydream that would be something to aspire to. I think you have to be considerably bigger than I am in order for that to happen. But, you know, I don't know. Yeah, wouldn't it be awesome? Awesome, yeah. Goitre Wolf. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's lovely, yeah. Do I dig the king? I think somebody's... No, that was grim. I was going to say an awful thing about that then. No. Well, King Charles is the king. There you go. That's all I've got to say about that. King Charles is the king of Great Britain and Australia and Canada and Jamaica, but not for much longer. Jamaica, no, he went of his own accord. No, he didn't know. He was pushed. And Barbados until very recently. Not the king of Barbados anymore. They're just dropping left, right and centre. The clue is in his title exactly. He's the king. It's good to be the king. He's not your king. Well, if you're not from one of the Commonwealth countries that is recognising him as the king, then no, he isn't your king. He's the king of the countries where he is the king. And he's not the king of the countries where he's not the king. But he's still the king of those countries, even in the countries where he's not the king. What's a king? What's a king for? What's a king to do? I don't know. But as I've made it very clear that only 2 members... somebody said that Princess Anne's all right. I suppose she probably is, and she rides horses and stuff. And she seems like a bit of a laugh or whatever. And Prince Edward did a celebrity royal It's a Knockout at one point. So he seems like a bit of a laugh too. But apart from those two, Harry and Meghan are the only two. I mean, I've got nothing about the kids are probably fine. Who even knows? But Edward seems all right. Anne seems all right, and Harry and Meghan have had a raw deal. And apart from that, I don't give two figs. But the king is a king for all that, and there's nothing I can do about that. He hates pens. I thought you said he hates pears. Because I was like, what's pens? Yes, he did have a little bit of a contretemps. All these French words today. Contretemps between him and a pen. Yes, of course, when he was signing with a flourish. Pens are brilliant. Yeah, I used to have so many pens, and I used to have so many notebooks, and I used to write in my little notebooks with my little pens all the time. And I've got out the habit. I've still got a load of notebooks, and I just don't write in them anymore. But you hate pears. Well, I like pears, but I don't like pears as much as I used to like pears. When my grandmother and grandfather had 2 pear trees in the back garden, 2 sorts. They had conference, and they had William pears, I think. Is that a pear? And they you have to have 2 pear trees in order to get pears, apparently. Although there was a pear tree in the back garden next door, and there was only 1, so maybe that's not true. But you're supposed to have 2 pear trees for pear trees to grow, and they were the 2 sorts of pears. We used to eat all the pears, and they were lovely. But since that time, I've not liked pears as much because they're not there. They're not ubiquitous. Well, it's just, yeah, they're a bit gritty, aren't they? Pears are gritty. I like poached pears. They're nice. Poached pears with the chocolate sauce. Ever so nice. Haven't had that for a while. I would recommend that. Doctor. Anyway, I would recommend my poem, How to Eat a Pear, which is a concrete poem in that it's in the shape of a pear. Wow, magic. Yeah, is it here? I can't see that it's here. Yeah, go look it up. Oh, hang on. Is it in this one? Probably not. It's because it's How to Eat a Pear. It's not in a pear shape in this one, but it is in my other. It's in here, but it's not in the shape of a pear in here because I didn't realise that I could make it into the shape of a proper pear till after this. No, it's not in here. Pear. How to Eat a Pear. It's not in here. Oh, it is in here. But it's not in the shape of a pear. What am I talking about? I don't know anymore. Pears are gritty. Pears are gritty. Yes, there's only half a pear in here. But I realised after I put it in here as half a pear that you can make it into a whole pear. But how to eat a pear? First of all, don't peel, nibble the stalk and work downwards like a caterpillar on a leaf. Tooth marks patterning the side, leaving a narrow handle of fruit and skin. Get to the bulb and bite one edge. Lick at the seed pod, either squashy and empty or hard like an oak apple. Spoon the flesh with your tongue. You're left with a ladle of pear. Eat what's left. Now, that was a purely innocent thing about how I used to eat a pear when I was a child. And in later years, I've realised that it's a bit double entendre-y, more French, and it could mean other things. And probably anyone that reads it would go, oh my gosh, you've written an erotic poem. What are you like? And it wasn't. It was how I used to eat a pear, because these pears, yeah, the conference pears, they're very long and they've got a thing, and you just sort of, if you love them that, you can make like a little ladle out of them. You go, ha ha ha, I've got a ladle made out of pear, and then you eat the rest of it. And that was purely what it was, but it sounds filthy now that I come to think about it. Yes, filthy, but it's not filthy, it's pure and innocent. Water upstairs. Well, I don't know. No, probably not, because if it's in his room, then I'm not going in there. Get it yourself. It's like just a step up, just a step to the left, and yeah. Oh, I've only got 4 people left, which is probably just as well, because I'm losing my voice, and it's the end of all time. And I hope I'm not coming down with a cold. I'm like, I've been out for the first time. Last time I went out was last Saturday. Haven't been out of the house since. No, I just sort of looked out of the window. Maybe it's like, I'm a zombie. Maybe that's why I'm feeling so lost, and it's like, but I went out, but I was all masked up and everything, but there were a lot of people around, so maybe I caught a cold. I'm hoping not. Anyway, oh, that's like Jeannie. Did she? No, she went Blink and Samantha. So the difference between Samantha and Bewitched and Jeannie and I Dream of Jeannie was I Dream of Jeannie was basically kept in the house and made to do things as a sort of slave, and Samantha was her own person and did what she wanted to do, and that was the difference between those two magical beings. Yes. Are there any biters near your home? What? Don't know what you're doing. Don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, biters. I don't know what that means, but all right. Anyway, I am gonna go now and have a little lie down in the dark. Oh, zombies! There's bound to be zombies. There's zombies everywhere, but I'm not going out to see them anymore. It's like, no zombies, keep them away from me. Ah, I'm staying in the house. Have a great week too. Yeah, thank you very much. All right then, I won't then. Okay then. See you soon. Bye. Have a good week.